Crucible tutorial. Today we'll be doing a user request submitted on our Discord. A person was struggling to beat the Warpgate Jagged Lowlands province as Sisters vs IG. So, few things to note here before we start on the mission. First of all the Warpgate provinces now start at 4 strength rather than 5 as they were before, and there is a good reason for that. For strength, you're only facing 1 AI. If it's at 5 strength, you're now facing 2 AI. And that's a big spike in difficulty. So if you choose to go for the Warpgate province early, that can make it easier, but then again, there's other provinces that the AI has that are close to 5 strength as well, so it may be able to reinforce those, and that will also be difficult to deal with. So that's the first thing to note, that if you don't want to deal with the big victory point capture maps, I recommend going for them first before they reach that 5 strength threshold. Second thing to note is that each time you attack a province and lose, its strength rating decreases. So if you lose the battle and you take your victory in stride rather than safes coming, you do make the battle easier every time you do it, every time you try it, so the battle ends up being easy as a result. It's a nice little safety feature so that you're not stuck on a single battle for too long, except when it's a stronghold. Strongholds are a different story where there isn't such a grace mechanic, but we don't want you to be stuck on a non-stronghold province. So every time you try to do it, the battle gets a bit easier until the point where it will be doable. Yes, you're wasting some turns, but that is a thing to keep in mind as well. So here I've modded it so that it starts at 5 strength, just to showcase how to do this versus 2 AI. I will be doing this without any forward bases and without honor guard. So if you're looking to learn how to play Sisters, please watch the detailed guide first. That gives a way more overall balanced view of the faction. This will be very specifically going for things that are good in this exact situation. So let's start. Okay. Every time you load into a new map, I recommend pausing and have a look around. If you should be able to pause the game using the pause break key on your keyboard. You don't need to set up anything special for this. This is something that everyone can do. So 4-player map, 1 opponent will spawn down here, 2nd opponent will spawn up here, and if you've tried this map before, you know that there will be some turrets potentially scattered around that will block your access to some crits. So the idea here will be not to actually go for crits early game, but to push onto this middle part, block this off, and then kill this AI, and then use the half of the map in order to get the crits and win. So let's do this. Starting build order, as usual. Builder, 3 cappers, 2 builders. Since I'm starting with a hero, let's go scouting a little bit. First thing will be barracks as usual. I will not be using many control groups or any really advanced tricks or a lot of micro, since this is meant to be a relatively beginner-friendly and low-skill guide. So mostly I'll be doing simple things. And let's build a second there after that one's finished. You can go start building that one. And after you are done, let's go for normal Battle Sisters. Usually I would go for Seraphim, but in this situation, Battle Sisters are more versatile. Let's check if there's a turret up here. I want to see if I can access. So I was just shift queuing there to have the... Yep, there we go, turrets. Okay, let's check if there's turrets around here. And let's have you capping the relic. You can go here. Yeah. So there's turrets there, and those turrets are specifically there to prevent you from grabbing that crit early. But again, we're not going for crits early, so that doesn't affect us in any way. Okay. Let's have you actually cap this post since it'll be faster. Do it like this. So there's a lot of points here to start with. That's good. So this will be done around the same time as this and as this. So let's prepare for that. Upgrade the second and third listening post. And because we have so many listening posts that we need to take care of, so great, there's no turrets around this area. Cool, that's good. Maybe if this is protected and this is not, it might be easier to go and try to kill this player first. So that might be the change in plans. No, there is a turret protecting them there, and it's probably protecting the relic. So let's actually have our units here to try to prevent them from taking it, rather than... So if I'm here... Will it shoot? No, it won't. Okay, cool. Then I am able to take the relic back from them. That's good, that's good. So, oh, and I forgot. Oh, there's more lists. Oh, Jesus, there is... Okay, there is way more points than I expected on this map. So, that's my bad. If you're doing this for yourself, you need to get probably 2 more squads of cappers than I did. Probably 5 squads of cappers, and... Start with 3 to 4 squads of builders, but then you can also go up to 5 squads, because there is a lot of points all over the place. And we want as much economy as possible. What are you? You're conscripts. I don't care about you. Okay. And once we got this, let's send you back as well. For when? Yeah, this is going to be insane economy. I'll be able to do work a lot with this. Let's get these straight away. And let's start building our forward base here already. Whilst you're waiting, let's go for that. But yeah, don't go like me and forget that there's all of these points up here. Let's get that and that. And let's, as soon as we can, get you. Cool. I do recommend still going for these outward listening posts first, just because you want to establish an outward position. Okay, I can't put a listening post on that, that's fine. We can do that later. Main thing is that we have it. And let's see if we can start working on the crits. Let the novitiates tank. And Battle Sisters can stay behind. We have enough for a turret. Let's set up our defensive fortification around there. And let's start with a few squads of Retributors. Where's my here we go. There you go. Cool. We got a turret now, so that should hold off any aggressive behavior on that side. And then let's also put a turret here to prevent any aggressive behavior on that side. And let's grab you. So this is one of the main things that you're going to trip up on, which is that on bigger maps you have a lot of resources, and if you keep floating and don't use them, you're going to be in trouble. So it's just it's just macro that you need to learn. But yeah, retributors make for great defensive units because we have plenty of resources. So, and since the AI is being aggressive, let's try to play a bit more defensive where we're defending against the AI. Let's also, as soon as I have the power, put a second HQ over here. There we go. So, change of plan. With the amount of resources that we have versus, well, not exactly change of plan. We're still planning to kill one of the AIs, but we are going to do so slowly, where just the sheer amount of resources and the aggression that the AI is putting on is making it difficult to try to take one out of the early. So instead, we'll be teching up to probably tier 3, getting the Angel power spike and going from there. And this is the thing with plans. Plans need to be adaptable, where I saw that the AI was being pretty aggressive relatively early, and I do not want to have to deal with that and try to be aggressive at the same time. So instead, we're going to play a little bit more passive and try to out-tech the AI. Where, as you can see, the AI is trying to swarm me with low-tech units, but soon we will have ability to out-compete them in that regard. Okay, cool, cool, cool. Do we want some more units? Yes, let's get some Celestians just in case they bring vehicles. Some more of you, and you. I need to spread out my squads a bit. I'm getting absolutely destroyed by grenades. There we go. Let's also get the tier 2 listening post on these guys. Let's move you guys forward a bit. Let's send the Celestians to take rid of this. So the AI is getting up to 1,000. That's pretty scary, but not insanely so. We should still be able to hit our power spike before they get close to. Because now that we have Celestians here, we can start to push forward on one of the sides with turrets and take some of the crits back. And since we have the extra stuff requisition, let's do that. And let's start pushing this side and try to take some of the crits going from here. Let's push, leave a single squad of Celestians and a squad of you. Okay, great. You and you can stay here. Okay, great. And we got rid of that. This squad can now try to capture that. help against the AI. And you just need to constantly be spending your resources and not forget to do so. Okay, this side is relatively good now, so let's actually send the squad of Celestians here. Let's swap you around, because that squad is damaged. Great, and we're able to slowly push through and curb their progress. So we won't be able to hit tier 3 before then, but that's fine. We had our tier 1 power spike and we curbed the initial aggression from the AI. So let's get 2 more squads of you and 1 more squad of you. And soon we can start to push off. Let's send you back. Use this. So I'm upgrading the tier 1 listening post still because for the effect that you get it doesn't cost a lot, but I'm not upgrading the tier 2 one unless I need it for the fence. Hero died. Oh well. Okay. Let's capture this crit and then move on to... Yeah, I know. They're close to winning. I'm aware. So, there we go. Let's send both of you this way. Okay, and let's get to tier 3 now. These two can defend there. Let's start moving you and you forward. So we'll try to push through and grab these 2 crits really quickly because they are getting close to winning. So if we can just decap them, that will stop the AI from winning, and then we can move on to tier 3. So as you can see, this isn't easy, but this is very much doable. Like, nothing that I'm doing here is anything profound or too difficult. So as our squads start dying now, we'll start replacing them with these guys, and we need more. Are we able to do this? Yes, we were able to do this, and we're about to do that. Great, amazing. So then let's deal with this guy first, since we need to. These are more difficult to control, and this guy is more likely to recapture them, whilst these are relatively easily controlled because they're closer to my base. Okay. Let's also get you. And let's get you and set both of these squads to auto-reinforce. So as soon as entire squads die, we can choose to just yeah, let's get you, you, and you, you, and you, you, and you, and you, and you. No, let's not have you. Yep. Okay, cool. We have this, yes. And the AI's is going down. So yeah, so you just need to know your timings. Where You need to know when you need to start getting aggressive, when you need to play defensive and stuff like that. And that just comes with experience. Okay. Now that we are tier 3, no, let's not start getting any vehicles yet, because we need more power. We're constantly running low on power, so we need the HQ. There we go. Let's get the... Let's heal you. And there we go. At this point, I'm tier 3. I have amazing heroes. I've outpaced the AI. So yeah, capture a forward position early and defend it. Retributors are amazing anti-infantry, and they're pretty decent anti-vehicle as well if you get their upgrade. And then Celestians are your anti-vehicle. And from there, it's just a case of moving through the map and dealing with enemies. Don't worry, that's just whenever it goes down, there's also a notification where it hits certain thresholds. Like when it goes up. Ooh, they did manage to decap this, which is annoying. So I will need to start getting some vehicles. Let's go you. You can also go for the Exorcist tanks, they're also pretty good. The Exorcist Sanctorum. Ooh, and they are also trying to get rid of that. So we need to put a stop to that. Let's move over here. Yeah, and this is why I didn't want to go for this player first, because if I went up here, I would be so far away from these, it would be very difficult to react. How are you doing over here? Some of my heroes died, not a big deal. IG has good defensive structure, so I expect my heroes to die. Their purpose is as a front line. I just need to cripple the enemy to the point where they can't actually get the listening posts. Ooh, and I need more of you. Sorry, not the listening posts, the crit posts. And let's get both of you back. Still running out of power despite everything. That just shows how much requisition there is on this map. I only have the first tier of upgrades. Oh, they had Vindicare Assassins, that's why my heroes died. Makes sense. Okay, let's check that they don't have any more production buildings over here, and then we can start focusing. We'll leave one squad. No production, just listening posts. Okay, that's fine. So let's get out of here. Because again, you don't win by destroying the enemy. You win by getting the victory points, and I'm already relatively close. So I just need to keep this army to protect these two. Well, a portion of this army to protect these two, and then the rest can go and deal with whatever else is out on the map. And the Penitent Engines are good tanks. And somehow 2 got stuck in here. Really? Really? Fuck's sake. Here, get out. Oh, I accidentally deleted one. Derp. Okay. And there we go, we are outpacing the AI, we still have this, we have this, we have this, and there we go. With that, the map is over. When that bell rings for you, when you get the notification that you're about to win, the AI will send everything that it can to try to decap your post, as you can see here. So make sure to keep units near there, otherwise you will lose the... So they did decap that, unfortunately, but they can't recap it, so that's fine. So let's keep this army here and protect this one. So yeah, to summarize, the original strategy was to try to... Kasserkin, 16 of them, damn. So the original strategy was to try to get rid of one of the AIs, but that didn't really work out, so the strategy had to adapt to... And the reason the strategy had to adapt is because I saw how many listening posts were in each player's base, or I saw how many listening posts were in your base, and I saw how aggressive the AI was being, where it had turrets in very good positions in a way that I could not deal with very easily, and that made pushing one of the bases difficult without leaving myself open. So I took again, you could probably still kill one of the bases the way I did there, but do so earlier, especially if you have 1 or 2 honor guard or start with forward bases. But in the situation that was in, I thought it was best to sit and wait until I have a good incoming army, which worked. So yeah. So that's that. And again, just remember, if you're really struggling and you can't beat it, just don't safe scum. Like, if you accept the loss, the battle will get easier, and as it gets easier, it will be beatable. If you're trying to win it over and over again through using a save, you are doing so as a challenge. That's not the way it was intended to be done. So, yeah, hopefully this was informative. Again, as you saw, I was not able to actually explain much about the exact choices that I made in the macro sense of which units I built, stuff like that, just because, or why I didn't build certain other units or why I didn't use other parts of the roster. And that's because the situation was quite chaotic and I just needed to focus on a few units that are good in the situation and just build those. So yeah. Hopefully this was useful, and see you guys in the next one.